With the Contour Roam, this camera first came out about September of last year. It has a lot of the features that you find in all of our other Contour cameras over the years, but we've actually got some new things in here that things that we've learned over the years. So with this one, it is the most simple camera to use, to turn on and to record. We put the switch forward and now it's recording. We don't have to go through a standby function. We don't have to toggle through a menu screen to set up the shot or anything like that. It's ready to go. Now, as you notice, there's no viewfinder on this, so the workaround on that is that we've got a laser that's built in. This tells you it's right at the top of the lens there, and it's showing you where your horizon line is. And with this camera, if I need to mount the camera on its side at an odd angle, I can rotate the sensor to correct for the horizon line. So this is the first workaround of not having an actual viewfinder to work with. This camera is waterproof on its own. It's pressure rating of IPX7, which means you can get it underwater about a meter for 30 minutes before the seals start to give out. You can go deeper, but your time shortens in the water. So putting this onto a surfboard or on a kayak, you really don't need a waterproof case for it. We do make a waterproof case for it, especially if you're going to be deep into the water. Our waterproof cases, I don't have one over here, but they're rated for 60 meters. They're buoyant, so should it come loose from whatever mount you have it on, it'll float to the surface and you can retrieve your camera. So this is the Contour Roam, sells for $199. Next camera, this is our top of the line camera. This is the Contour Plus. This was first leaked at NAB last year, and we brought it to market about May or June of last year. So there's a lot of features in here that were on previous models. So this does shoot 1080p. This does shoot 720p at both 30 frames and 60 frames per second. This also records GPS information, so you can shoot out in the field, take it back to your computer. It'll tell you where you were when you shot the video. So people riding motorcycles or racing cars or skiing on the slopes, they can get information about their speed and their elevation at the time that they recorded the video. This camera also has on it HDMI. It's a pass-through port in the back here. So you've shot some video out in the field, you want to take it back to the hotel room, you can plug this into the TV there and watch the video back from the camera, or you can toggle through the takes there. It'll stream video while you're recording, so if you're out in the field and you have a small little HD monitor, you can actually watch your video in real time while you're recording. This camera does also have an audio line in the bottom. Our cameras all have microphones on them, but this one has an audio jack here on the bottom. So if I have a headset or a lapel mic or just an audio source for somewhere else, I can plug it into there and record that. This camera also has, probably the biggest thing that people like about this camera is our workaround for having no viewfinder on this. So I've got a Bluetooth logo here. What I'm going to do is turn this camera on, make it discoverable with my smartphone. Got an Android here, but it also works with my iPhone. And after they pair up together, you can use your smartphone as a viewfinder and actually be able to set up your shot and know what you're looking at by using your smartphone. Now, it's not taking the place of your HD camera or your HD monitor. This is just being able to set up the shot. So we're looking at about 6 frames per second, but maybe in about 3 or 4 months from now, we have a new app ready to go for this model. We'll have a higher refresh rate. This also allows you to change your camera settings out in the field. Everything from your lighting conditions, turning on and off the GPS, turning on that beep. This is a nice little feature here of beeping when you start recording, so you know you're actually recording every time. And I can change all of my camera settings. I can go to my 1080p, 30 frames per second. I can go to 720p at 30 or to 60 frames. And I have 2 presets. So all those features that I showed you can be accessed through your 2 presets, which can be turned on and off. On the back of the camera, there's a little 1 and 2 setting there.
And then
so you can set one for the morning exposure and one for the afternoon exposure.
And then this is
also in here, I should mention this. This is more of a professional application. I have several levels of white balance in here so that I don't get yellow or green video while I'm out shooting in the field. So.
And then you can also adjust all your settings.
And these are all features that are available for the Contour Plus. And then we have a previous model that's out in the market. I don't have samples today, but it's the Contour GPS. Also has Bluetooth in it as well.
And starts recording.
So there we go.
Fantastic.